use called a cannibal, and it refers to a car that eats its own, essentially. Um, the Isuzu Trooper was intentionally equipped with the GM 2.8 and the 4L30 transmission because they're junk. The automotive manufacturers will do something like this intentionally in order to keep a lower value car or lower price car from overshadowing something higher priced and more valuable. So with the Trooper's drivetrain, frame, suspension, gearing, if they had put anything in it really good, like the Lexus motor that I put in them, they're indestructible. They've kicked the living shit out of the Tahoes, the Blazers, anything that GM was making. And GM was partnered with Isuzu, part ownership of Isuzu actually at the time. So it's not an accident that General Motors put an underpowered 2.8 and an absolute piece of shit garbage transmission that was designed for a little car into the Trooper. It was done that way so that the Trooper would not outperform GM's products. This has been done since the dawn of time. You know, one of my first cars was the Opel GT, and same thing. GM had their hands in the German auto manufacturers business, and so instead of bringing a car to the United States that would have created competition for the Corvette, they made sure that it didn't. So the point I'm trying to make is the 4L30 is a French transmission that's made out of absolute fucking garbage parts. It's junk. It's trash. Everything, every part of it's junk. It's not heavy enough to haul around a 4,000 pound four-wheel drive, even with the 2.8 in it. Even with the 2.8 in it, they break. If you go to a 3.2 or a 3.5, or you try to do anything to a 3.5 or any of those motors, if you try to put more horsepower than about 100 to that transmission, it's gonna break. And even with 100 horsepower, they usually shit the bed at about 100,000 miles. Now, there are probably people out there who are like, well, you know, unfortunately, these cars are really cool cars, may have been equipped with the 4L30E because they put it in like BMWs, and all kinds of people got duped by that transmission. I know people out there who are like, well, I'll do this and do that and do this and do that and do this and that, and basically replace every part of the transmission except for the housing of it or whatever, right? Replace the transmission, bro. How about just use a transmission that's good? Because dumping money into a 4L30E is a complete waste of time and money because it's garbage. And I don't care what you do to it, it's going to be garbage. And maybe you're going to argue that, well, you can put enough money into it and make it not garbage. How about just the transmission that's not garbage to begin with? How about an A340 Toyota A-Trans? Those things are bulletproof and always have been. You can hook an Isuzu 4-cylinder to it. They put them in the Tundras and the 4Runners and stuff and bolt the 4.7 liter V8s that are probably putting out 350 horsepower to the Toyota A-Trans, and people don't even service them. You know what I mean? People neglect Toyotas, you know that, right? Toyota A-Trans, you can just not ever do anything to it and just run the living shit out of it, four-wheel drive the living shit out of it, and it'll never break. If you put a trailer, a little boat trailer or a little utility trailer behind your 4L30 and try to like go to the dump or go out to the lake, you're fucked. Your transmission is like kaput, bang, bam, junk. 4L30 is hopeless. It's garbage. Anybody who is trying to utilize the 4L30 is a fucking idiot.